Negotiate with investors, you have to follow a 9 steps program to achieve a good deal. First, you have to plan. You have to research about your investor to know what he likes, what he doesn't like. You have to have a budget of how much you're going to need, your expenses, all the information you can gather to present to the investor so he can make an informed decision. Then you have to meet with the investor. Here, you have to look for a perfect timing where you can introduce yourself and just make a good impression, not to be too harsh or too direct. Once you make that first approach, you can schedule a meeting with the investor to talk further about the product. Then there is the presentation, where you will present the product you want him to invest in, and you can bring a little demo about the product so he can test it and see if it's worth his money. During the presentation, it comes the demonstration. As I mentioned, you can bring a product to present to the investor so he can try it or see if it's worth it. Remember to bring a good demo. Otherwise, it could go bad. In case, be sure to bring a good demo so he can test it and it doesn't fail. Because if the product fails, it could ruin the presentation and the investor won't invest in your company or in your product. After the presentation comes the negotiation, where you will talk terms and the investor can give you a feedback about your product and about your presentation, about you, and if he did like the product, you could you can start an agreement with him to set up how much money he will invest. Well, first some basic stuff that make sure to write it down so none of the parties forget about it. After the negotiation, you can set up another meeting to close the deal, where you'll write down everything. Well, after the negotiation, you can set up another meeting to close the deal. Well, or to see if he is going to invest. And start writing a contract where you will put down everything you write down the meeting before, where you presented your product, and you can talk terms with him to see if everything is right, or in case he doesn't like something, you can or you will set up another meeting to keep talking until the deal is closed.